There is a season in a man's life when stepping back gives more than showing up ever could. In periods ruled by pressure, haste, and overload, people often assume the answer is more outings, more conversations, more visibility. Yet that restless cycle rarely fills what feels hollow. Real change often starts in the very place most overlook, home. Not as a hiding place from life, but as the setting where a man finally stops running from his own thoughts, and chooses to confront them without interruption. So what makes remaining in your own space so powerful? And why would quiet make a person steadier instead of smaller? Because chosen solitude clears away interference, arranges what was scattered, and restores perspective. Stoic philosophy teaches that no one truly commands the outside world while remaining disordered within. The moment a man becomes capable of sitting with himself, he stops being dragged by chaos, and starts moving from intention. At that point, the house is no longer merely a roof and walls. It becomes a ground of restoration. Removed from comparison, gossip, confusion, and the constant demands of others, you begin to notice what had long been muffled beneath the noise, your own inner voice. Marcus Aurelius wrote that no retreat is more peaceful than the one found within. Once external clamor loses its grip, the mind has room to settle. In that calm, judgment becomes sharper, priorities become honest, and the spirit feels lighter. If this message is speaking directly to where you are right now, follow the channel now. The next videos will show you how to build discipline, protect your peace, and apply Stoicism in real life, before the world drains you again. From that stillness, another strength begins to form, discipline. Many only feel engaged with life when they are surrounded by stimulation, notifications, plans, and endless interruption. The Stoic takes a different route. He knows real strength is not found in constant motion, but in the ability to remain grounded without needing excitement to feel alive. Staying home with purpose becomes practice. It trains restraint, patience, and concentration. It teaches you not to obey every urge, not to chase every distraction, not to depend on noise in order to feel complete. Then another lesson reveals itself. Distance exposes what closeness used to hide. By reducing constant contact, you begin to recognize who brings calm, and who drains your strength. It becomes easier to see who appears out of convenience, who thrives on disorder, who weakens your direction, and who quietly pulls your life off course. Silence uncovers truths that busyness once concealed. That awareness becomes protection. Your relationships grow more intentional, your limits become firmer, and even your absences begin to carry wisdom. This kind of withdrawal also builds emotional freedom. Most people attach their well-being to attention, approval, and the nearness of others, which is why their peace breaks so easily. Stoicism points another way. Epictetus taught that freedom begins where dependence ends, especially dependence on what lies outside your control. Once your stability is placed in other hands, you live exposed. But within the ordinary rhythm of home, that center can be rebuilt. You learn to enjoy simplicity. You discover that calm is not delivered by the world. It appears when your worth no longer needs to be confirmed by anyone else. There is still another reward, one often ignored: silent improvement. While many lose hours in shallow talk, pointless movement, and repeated distraction, that same time can be used to strengthen the mind. A home can become far more than a place to sleep. It can become a workshop, or reading room, a training ground, a place of study and reflection. That is where skill matures without spectacle. That is where ideas leave imagination and enter action. People admire finished results, but they rarely witness the hidden preparation behind them. And nearly all meaningful preparation happens in solitude, repetition, and consistency. Remaining more reserved also guards something invaluable: energy. Being everywhere, answering everything, and trying to keep up with everyone scatters strength that could be directed towards something greater. A wise man learns not to spend himself carelessly. He does not offer his presence to every setting or his attention to every demand. By removing excess, vitality gathers instead of leaking away. And gathered vitality becomes force. It becomes direction. It becomes the capacity to act with weight. Eventually, solitude no longer feels threatening. It becomes instruction. Many are afraid of being alone because silence confronts them with what they have avoided for too long. Yet that confrontation is where maturity begins. Once you learn to value your own company, an invisible dependence breaks. You stop chasing distraction to escape yourself. You stop hunting validation to feel significant. You stop filling every space with noise just to avoid emptiness. What emerges is a man more grounded in who he is, stronger in character, and clearer about what truly matters. So staying home is not withdrawal in the sense of disappearing from life. It is preparation. It is how a man returns to the world with steadier judgment, deeper strength, and greater command over himself. It is a way of protecting peace, structuring the mind, and growing while so many remain fragmented. Stoicism does not praise isolation born from fear. It values retreat chosen with wisdom. Because the man who governs his inner state, directs his own energy, and finds stability within cannot be easily shaken by whatever happens outside. And perhaps that is where freedom truly starts. Follow the channel and stay close, because this is only the beginning. The next content will go deeper into self-mastery, emotional control, silence, strength, and the kind of inner power most men never develop. If you leave now, you miss the next step. But if you stay, you build something rare.